All right, so if you guys are not aware, Borderlands 4 has officially and unofficially, because they really didn't say anything in official capacity, they've announced the pricing for their video game. Now, this is a game that everybody was going crazy over because of what Randy Pitchford did not just a couple of weeks ago, where he was asked a simple question about whether or not Borderlands 4 was going to follow the $80 price tag for the base game. And Randy Pitchford obviously didn't want to answer the question. He kept trying to convince everybody that he didn't know the answer. He kept trying to tell people that as a CEO of the company, he has no idea what the pricing is going to be, right? And he really wanted everybody to believe that. And now we have official confirmation that Borderlands 4 is in fact going to actually be $69.99 for the base edition. But here's the hilarious thing about all this. There is a deluxe edition for $99, and now there is a super deluxe edition for $129.99. Sounds pretty cheap to me, ladies and gentlemen. So before we get into this video, special shout out to the 90,100 plus of you that are subscribed to the channel and the 50% of you that are not subscribed. Consider hitting that subscribe button today. I would greatly appreciate it. So everybody's looking at this price and they're saying, what the hell is a super deluxe edition? Well, I have answers for you. We actually have all of the content listed out that we can go over. And we also have a little bit of a statement from Randy Pitchford himself that now that the pricing is revealed, all of a sudden he wants to be one of those CEOs that's going to get down and dirty with the rest of us, right? He's going to try to talk about how times are hard and everybody is struggling. This is coming from somebody that is worth multiple millions of dollars, but he totally understands the everyday struggle that every man is going through right now in 2025. So the pricing is $69.99 for a base model Borderlands 4, $99.99 for the deluxe edition, and $129.99 for the super deluxe edition. Now, you're probably asking yourself, what comes in this stuff? Well, let's go over it together. In the pre-order blog post for Borderlands 4, which, by the way, this post that they made on X, the hilarious thing is that it showcases all of this. The standard one, the deluxe edition, and the super deluxe edition. It tells you everything you're going to get in the game, but you know what it doesn't tell you? The price. It doesn't tell you the price. Over at the post on X, it does not tell you the price of the game. You actually have to go to Steam to find out the pricing of the game because they don't tell you on social media because they already know the backlash is going to be immense, which is why I took a screenshot of this and posted it myself so that everybody could see the price. And I posted it on their post as well. I don't know if they hit it, but that's besides the point. So deluxe edition is going to be giving you the following content that they removed from the game and that they're going to resell to you, because that's exactly what's happening here. I want you guys to understand, and I'm sure you do, deluxe editions and especially super deluxe editions are going to be filled with content that was taken out of the game to resell to you later down the line for these companies that swear that they're struggling to make ends meet by just selling games at $70, because supposedly $70 is just not enough. So it comes with a bounty pack bundle, which is 4 unique areas featuring new missions and unique bosses. So they're taking away 4 full areas of the game, new missions and unique bosses. They're not new missions. They're just missions they took out the game and bosses they took out the game. 4 vault cards with unique challenges and rewards, new gear and weapons, new Vault Hunter cosmetics, 4 new vehicles with new cosmetics. So they took away all this shit from the original game, and they're selling it to you as a deluxe edition. But wait, it gets better. It gets better. The super deluxe edition, right, includes the bounty pack bundle, which we just went over, and it also includes the following, and this is going to piss off a lot of people, by the way. Vault Hunter pack. You are going to get 2 new playable Vault Hunters. So they are locking away 2 characters that should have been in the game originally. They are locking them away and reselling them as extra playable Vault Hunters if you buy the Super Deluxe Edition. Interesting. 2 new story packs featuring all new story and side missions. 2 new map regions. So now you're getting literally entire regions that are being held off and being resold to you in the Super Deluxe Edition. You're going to get some more gear and weapons. You're going to get new Vault Hunter cosmetics, and you're going to get new Echo 4 cosmetics. This is the part that's really going to piss off a lot of people. The fact that you are trying to lock away playable characters behind a paywall, and it's not even a little paywall, it is a massive paywall. You are asking for $130 in order to access all the characters that should have been in the game from the beginning. This is colossally fucked up. Now, granted, they're not the only company that's ever done this. I don't want to sit here and pretend like Gearbox is doing something special here. But at the end of the day, just because other companies have done it, they got shit for it, and Gearbox is going to get shit for it too. Now, simply put, Borderlands has always been one of these games that tends to hit pretty hard at the beginning. Then it kind of stagnates in terms of sales. And then when the game is put on sale super cheap, that's when it gets a bunch of units sold. Like, that's how it ends up getting to the 10 to 20 million units sold number. That's how they get to that number, by selling the game for like $9, game of the year edition or whatever the case may be. That's normally how that goes. I feel like this is the same thing that's going to happen here, but I feel like the initial investment for Borderlands 4 may not be as high as what happened with Borderlands 3. Borderlands 3 sold really well in the beginning because of the hype from Borderlands 2. Borderlands 2 is the fan favorite for a lot of people, including myself, by the way. Borderlands 3 sold off of that hype. I don't think Borderlands 4 is going to have that level of hype because a lot of people didn't like part 3. No matter how much Gearbox may want to lie to people and say, oh, it's the most loved one ever because of reviews or whatever. I think that this particular game is not going to have the same level of entry hype as the last one. But that's neither here nor there. Coupled with the fact that most of the content that people are actually going to want is locked behind the $130 version. That is fucking nuts, my guy. That is nuts. You are locking away 2 playable characters behind a $130 paywall. You know exactly what you are doing. But that's besides the point. So now we got a comment from Randy Pitchford, which, keep in mind, by the way, before we get into the comment about Randy Pitchford, for all you Nintendo fans out there, perhaps you play Borderlands. Well, sorry, Borderlands 4 is not going to be on Nintendo Switch 2 at the launch of the game. For whatever reason that may be, I'm sure it's probably has to do with some level of performance issues or something along those lines, but it's not going to be available on launch when the game launches for the Switch 2. So now we got Randy Pitchford, who is now trying to do what Randy Pitchford always does, which is, hey, let me try to pretend like I totally get what the normal man is going through. Let me try to get down on their level when it comes to finances and stuff, and try to pretend like I'm totally sympathetic. Because you guys already know he got so much backlash for his tone deaf response when it came to the $80 price tag, which, by the way, all of this backlash could have been avoided had they announced that the game was going to be $70 base. But the reason why they didn't do that is because I personally believe, and I said this over on my Twitter post, and I want you guys to kind of give me, maybe your, just give me your opinion on this on the comments down below. But I said Borderlands 4 will be the standard. Damage control and last second change, or the plan all along, and Randy drummed up drama by being vague on purpose, already knowing the answer. You be the judge. Now, me personally, I think it's the first one, to be honest with you. I do think it's the first one, but I think there is some truth in the second one as well. I think they already knew that they weren't going to be $80, and they probably were letting people think they were going to be $80. So that way, when they dropped it at $70, they could look like the hero, right? Kind of like take it away and then give it back to the consumer. I genuinely believe that's what's going on here. But in any case, now we have this little conversation here with Randy Pitchford, and let's see what he had to say. This is pretty funny. Gearbox Software founder Randy Pitchford understands that frustration apparently with $80 games. And in a recent interview, he offered both empathy and reassurance to fans concerned about the price of Borderlands 4 and games in general. Yes, the CEO is offering you empathy over games becoming too expensive. The CEO, the guy who's worth millions upon millions of dollars, is totally understanding of your frustration over the raising of the price of video games, and he's offering you empathy because he totally gets it, right? Totally gets it. He says, I remember working minimum wage and having to figure out how to find the money I needed to buy a premium game that was more expensive than I wished it was. Pitchford told Tucker Hazel in the latest episode of Dev Dive. But when I really want the game, I find a way. So he's doubling down on the if you really want it, you'll find a way nonsense. And then he continued to say that the frustration with pricing, he believes, stems from passion about a particular game. I think there is some truth to that personally. I think a lot of the issues that we have in modern day gaming does stem from passion from whatever the project may be. And unfortunately, when we see that project, that product, that IP, that whatever get disrespected, or they end up trying to do something with it that wasn't really in it in the first version of it, whether it's, you know, the previous games or whatever, you end up getting pissed because you're really passionate about that project. Nobody's going to get pissed about something they don't care about. I feel like that's pretty obvious, right? So a lot of people care about gaming. A lot of gamers don't want to see this stuff go down, and they're very passionate about it and have every right to be. So then he says, I think we see the angst about it most with the games people care about the most. He said, this is crazy, because he's basically trying to say, we know you care about Borderlands, which is why we know that's why you're mad. It's like, bro, but you're still doing it anyway. The more someone cares about a game, the more of the friction of that pricing is in the way. But look, it's all going to be fine. It's all going to work out, guys. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine because Randy Pitchford, the multi-million-dollar CEO, has told you guys that it's going to be fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's okay. If the game's $70, $80, who cares? It's going to be fine. He acknowledged that even a $10 increase in price can be meaningful for some, especially in today's economy. Maybe there are some people where the $10 difference is super, super meaningful, he said. But from a video game hobbyist perspective, what does it really mean, the $10 difference? This is when it's going to get really stupid. So I hope you guys who are listening to this video and watching this video, before you leave any comments, maybe you should listen to this part, because this is probably going to be the most tone-deaf part that I think anybody's ever heard. So then he says the following. It means that you can't buy some $10 indie game. Just some $10 indie game. That little peasant $10 indie game. Yeah, fuck that game. Or that there was a $30 game that you now can only buy a $20 game. Like, how tight is it? We're talking about people that own consoles and own game-ready PCs here. We're not talking about homeless people. I'm not trying to be light about anything. The world's the world, man. We're all in it, doing the best we can. Everybody's just struggling, doing the best they can. I mean, this has to, I don't even know.
Holy shit.
This has to be one of the most ridiculous comments that I think I have ever seen. He's basically trying to say, well, you afforded the console. You afford gaming PCs. Is that $10 really that big of a difference? It's not like you're homeless, bro. It's not like you're homeless, my guy. What do you want to buy, that $10 indie game? Yeah, screw that peasant indie game. Who cares? Who cares, right? Still, he believes that value, not just price, is what matters most. Referencing $80 titles like Mario Kart World, Pitchford noted it's $80. And you know what? It's freaking worth it because you can feel the value in it. They're all trying to constantly use this value word, and they're throwing it out there because Nintendo started using that word to try to justify the $80 price increase. They feel like if they could just keep screaming the word value over and over and over again, that is going to somehow make you okay with what they're asking you to do. But then shifting focus to Borderlands 4 again, Pitchford emphasized that the game won't lean into live service trends or heavy microtransactions. Why would we believe you? To be honest with you, why would we believe you, considering you lied about pretty much everything? Like, I don't understand why we would even believe you with this. But anyway, he says the expectation should be that it's a premium game. It has a premium price, and it launches as a full featured, incredible value product that we might add more things to if we want to spend more time with it. He explained, it's not a live service conceit. It's not a microtransactions-based business model. So he's trying to say that the game is going to launch as a fully featured, incredible value product. If that is true, then why are you taking all of the features out from the base game and then reselling it as the super deluxe edition? Because the only way for the people to get the full featured game of Borderlands 4 is by shelling out $129.99. That is the only way for them to get the supposed all features. So how exactly does this work? How does this comment work for the people that decide they're only going to spend $69.99? What value are they going to get? Because they're going to be missing features. They're not going to get a full featured game. That means they're not going to get the most value for their dollar. What's going on here? Borderlands 4 is absolutely committing to the bit. It is a premium game. Even at $70 price point, more if you want one of the deluxe editions that includes post-launch DLC, Pitchford stands by what Borderlands 4 brings to the table and what players will get out of it. So at this point, ladies and gentlemen, you might as well just be called homeless. According to Randy Pitchford, we are all homeless, right? Because since we have PCs, this is like Blizzard saying, do you not have phones again? This is literally that. Literally that. He's like, well, you have PCs. You have consoles already. So what's the problem? Do you not have $10 extra? You're not homeless, man. It's one of the most insane things that I've ever read. And I figured when I read this, I was like, yeah, you guys would absolutely love this. So here's what I ask you to do. Let me know in the comments down below. Do you think this game is offering great value now that you know the price point of the game? Do you think the game offers everything that you would look for in a Borderlands game at $69.99? Or do you feel some sort of way that a ton of content, not a little bit, a ton of content was taken out of the game to be resold to you as a super deluxe edition? Because apparently regular deluxe editions, well, that's just not enough anymore. You can let me know in the comments down below. Do you find the value in this game, or do you think this is an absolute ripoff and all this is a tone deaf CEO trying desperately to make it seem like he totally gets it, right? He totally gets everybody and the struggle and everything that everybody's going through, but he's being empathetic like a good CEO. You can let me know in the comments down below. Special shout out to all of you guys who are subscribed to the channel right now, 90,100 plus of you. And if you are not subscribed, consider hitting that subscribe button today. And I'll see you guys on the next one.